Good morning, Anna. I'm looking for my notebook. So I changed the layout. Oh, from Sweden. Welcome in. Okay, today is Sunday, February 4th. Let me change my pen. Oh my goodness, what time is it there? Here where I am, it's 10:30 a.m., so it's still technically morning. Let me move my cable here so I don't knock it every single time I put my hand down. I should be good there. Okay, so it's like sundown, your time. So today we are going to use these two. We're going to keep it light and fresh and airy. So let me get these out. We're going to use the self-care deck and the divine abundance. So Anna, I'm going to get you one of each. So I'm trying out a new layout. I think if you turn your phone sideways, you can see it up closer. You can see the whole thing up closer, or it's just going to be a little box. I had to show off the little tiny hat I made this morning. Okay, so let me just talk about each of these. So today we're just doing something lighthearted. For those of you who aren't new and you know how I kind of pull my cards, is just for guidance, for focus, so we can take a moment to look within ourselves and see if we can use any of these messages to grow. Okay, so that just for everybody that's new here, I'm not a fortune teller. I can't predict your future or anything. I use the cards for guidance, for introspection, for pinpointing a focus in your day to day or during your week. So I'm using the self-care empowerment deck and divine abundance. So everybody that puts their name in, I'm going to get one of these and one of these. So these are for Anna. Okay, Anna, both of these flipped. So we're going to go with both of those and let me get one of these. So these, if you can screenshot, they are great. You got 2 and 2. They are great. These and these are great to use the messages as journaling prompts. So let me put it up close. How can I be more self-aware? What are some things I can do to look within? How can you be more present in the moment? How can you be more, I always want to say human. How can you remember to be more human, live and do things and just have fun? How can I be more self-aware? What kind of things inspire me? What are my true passions? What activities put me in the zone? So these are all about having fun. These are all about doing what you love and just going with it, living your life. So this is your reminder to live, to have fun, to do things that you like. Radical acceptance. Let me get it as close as I can. Give me one sec. I think my camera needs... I have a little rag here. I'm going to use my... I think it's blurry. Give me one sec. Let's give it a quick wipe. See if that helps. Okay, I think that helps. I want you to be able to screenshot your message. So this is allowing. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. This is also about being in the present moment and allowing things to come your way. Divine Source, help me know that all my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan and the right actions will come. You are my source for all. Divine Source. This is about, while these here for you are about living and being happy and enjoying what you do and finding things that you love, your passions, and doing them. These two are about trusting that what's meant to come for you will come for you, that God has a plan, that there is a path for you, and you just need to trust that things happen for you and not to you. That was for Anna. Okay, let me run back up. Lorie, Madison, Lynn. I have a little list right here on the side. Lorie, Madison, Lynn, Ada, you're welcome. So for everybody coming in, we're doing like a self-care Sunday, just something light. I'm pulling one from here and from here earlier, and I got two from here and two from here. I love these cards, especially, you know, on a weekend where you just need a focal point, right? You just need something to focus on. So Lorie, oh, Princess, let me add you here as well. Lorie. Oh my gosh, these two flipped out. Okay, this is... Screenshot these if you can. And I think if you're holding the phone upright, you just see a tiny little box. If you flip it, you can see it a lot closer. What have I learned, changed, or grown from over the last 3 years? So remember, screenshot these to use these as journaling prompts, because these are great ways to, especially a question like this, see how you've grown, see how you've changed. What have you done in the past 3 years? Expansiveness. Amazing how this came out with this. Expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. So this card is more about being open-minded, which it relates to this one in the way of growing, right? How have you changed in the past 3 years? How have you opened up your mind? How have you grown? This is all about not being in a box, constrained, and letting your ego take over and not allowing you to search for other things. Because sometimes, remember, our ego is the one that talks us out of doing things. It's about breaking through the message or the voice of what the ego constantly tries to tell us to not do something, and just go for it, to not be so rigid and constrained and talk ourselves out of things. Acceptance. Radical acceptance in the now opens the flow. So just flow with it. Just go with it. Just live through life knowing that The things that happen to us are meant to happen to us for a reason. We might not know now. We might know 2, 3 years down the line, but just let things flow. Just live your life. Be happy. Just go with the flow. Accept that things happen for you and not to you. That was for Lorie. Okay, let me add Tony as well. Okay, Madison. So for everybody coming in, I'm trying out a new layout. Let me know what you think. I wanted you to be able to see more of what goes on here than my face. That's why my face is so tiny up there. Madison. Okay, I added Farr. Madison, are you still in here? Turn your phone. If you turn your phone sideways, it's on most of the screen. Okay, Madison. Hey, Jill, welcome in. Jill, I'm going to add you to the list. So for everybody in here, I'm trying out a new layout. If you turn your phone horizontal, you should be able to see like all of this on most of the screen. Let me know if you can. Oops, I'm sorry. My doggy insists on sitting by my feet when I read, so sometimes I drop the cards on her. Okay, Madison, all 3 of these fell out. So we're gonna remember, even though I'm doing one from here and one from here, if you get several cards come out together, we're going with the full message. Okay. What can I do to push negativity aside and focus on positivity? Madison, this is your reminder to set your boundaries, set your limits. It's your reminder to push negativity and toxicity out of your life. Sometimes that means setting boundaries and limits with toxic people. Awakening. O my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. This is about waking up spiritually to receive the messages you are meant to receive. Love, divine source, is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love itself. Love. Love is the key to everything. Love is the key to opening up this energy within that helps you out with all your other energy centers. When you work on self-love, self-care, nurturing yourself, that helps you with this positivity, changing your mindset. So work on self-love, nurturing yourself, loving yourself, caring for your body. Outrageous openness. Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I am open to receive. This is also about love and receiving love and saying, yes, I am worthy of love, being open to all these good things coming your way. So this right here, this is your main message. It's time to focus on positivity, focus on joy, focus on love. But the best way to do that, to be more positive, is to first get rid of toxicity and negativity. So you need to start setting boundaries and limits. That was for Madison. Okay, I have Lynn next. Lynn, are you still in here? Okay, Lynn. And you guys, let me know what you think of this new layout, if it works out or not. This is a horizontal layout, but in order to fully take advantage of it, you need to turn your phone. Lynn. This one came out right with this one. If you could sit down and have a cup of coffee or tea with anyone in the world, past or present, who would it be? What would I ask them? Now, I love this card. It right away, it took me back to a reading I did for somebody where their person literally showed me this, sitting down at a coffee place to talk with them. And this was someone that had passed. So now I'm wondering if this is a good way to contact them or connect with them. Imagine inviting them over for a cup of coffee, like at a sit down place, like at a coffee place. I'm wondering if that makes it easier to connect if you imagine your person that has passed, your loved one, at a restaurant, a coffee place, somewhere where you could sit down and chat as if they were here. Good morning, Laura. Change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. This is about transformation. This is about changing. So this is in the root chakra and the sacral. This is about changing how you've been, changing who you were before and transforming into somebody new. So this love came out with this one. Maybe this is your key, your time to work on self-care, self-love. You got to work on your energy centers inside and out. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. Love can transform us by healing our heart, because the only way to do self-care, self-love correctly is by first beginning with forgiveness of the past. Whether somebody else did something to you or whether you did something that shattered your heart, you need forgiveness. And forgiveness isn't for anybody else but for you. Forgiveness transforms us as a person. It's about letting go of the resentment and the hate through whatever happened in the past. It's about forgiving, to let go of those negative, toxic emotions that came along with it. It doesn't mean completely forgetting what happened. That's not what forgiveness is about. It's about letting go of the toxic and negative stuff that came along with it. And then you can begin your healing journey, because sometimes stuff happens to us that shatters our heart and just leaves us having to put the pieces back together. The healing journey is changing. It is transformative. It is eye-opening. So it's time to nurture yourself, love yourself, care for yourself, and change for the better. Love is amazing. Okay, so that was for Lynn. And remember, any of you could screenshot any of these as you use them for journaling prompts. I love these. This is the self-care empowerment deck. Okay. So if I hold them like this, can you see the full card? Or is it when I put them up here that does it get cut off for some of you? If it gets cut off when I pull them up like this, I'll just keep them there. Or do you mean the little boxes? Like my box and the other box? Ada, are you still in here? No, you're right after Ada. Yeah, Laura, you're right after Jill. So I have Ada, Princess, Tony, Farr, Jill, and Laura. Is Ada still in here? Oh, okay. So I can move that box. See, I can put it over here. I used it to cover that little thing right there. Yeah, I can put it. Let me see. Oh, I can't make it smaller. Okay, I'll just leave it here. So now I know not to hold them up. Sometimes I'm not looking at the screen when I hold the cards up. So I'm going to try looking more at the screen. Okay, so now I know I can't hold them too close. So I'll just hold them here. Thank you, Michelle. Oh. Okay. So I don't think Ada is in here. So I'm going to jump to Princess. Ada might have jumped out. Otherwise, Ada, if you're still in here, let me know and I'll jump back to yours. So we're going to do Princess next. Whoa, Princess. This card flew right out. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going to show you these real quick, but I think the main message is just on these two here. Let me show you why. All of these just flew out. Your cards are flying out. So you got some real strong energy, a lot of stuff going on where you need peace. Okay, I don't know what kind of chaos or stuff is going on. So, Princess, this is for you. Allowing, sacrifice, delusion, ease. Sometimes when we are in the middle of the chaos, in the middle of the situation, in the middle of it all, everything just feels like nothing is going to work out for us. Nothing is going to happen the way it should, that things are just going to be bad all around. But it's not. We're just, our eyes are cluttered. Our mind is cluttered. We have like a big dark cloud covering our eyes and our thoughts, and we can't see past the bad stuff. But don't let that weigh you down. Don't let that take over your emotions. How do I feel when I am calm and at peace? How can I invoke this feeling during times of stress? So I know it looks kind of blurry. I'm gonna see if I could get it clearer. Try and screenshot this. Something that helps me, so when I'm about to meditate, something that helps me calm down quicker, especially in a moment of stress and chaos, is to remember the last time you were calm. Remember a calming moment. Remember a time when you weren't in all this chaos. Maybe remember something that makes you really, really happy. That's going to help you with this. That's going to help you de-stress and calm down quicker If you remember the last time you were actually stress-free, relaxed, and just resting. Humility. Allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. So this is about asking for help. This one specifically is about asking for God's help, source, universe, whatever it is you believe in. I still use the word God, that it's just ingrained in my brain. It's about asking for help. It's about asking your spirit guides, your guardian angel, another human being. If you need help, speak it into existence. Ask somebody for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help in very stressful moments. Don't feel like you're gonna burden somebody else with your issues. It's okay. It's okay to ask for help. This is your reminder. In tough times, you're not alone. There's always somebody that will listen. So don't be afraid to ask for help. That was for Princess. Okay, so Antoinette. Here, I'm going to start up here. Antoinette. Okay, so I'm putting Antoinette MP, but I'm pulling these two cards for everybody coming in. It's a self-care empowerment deck, and this is Divine Abundance. So it's just a little more lighthearted for a Sunday. We're just relaxing, and these kind of help you refocus your life and focus on something that's important in the now. And you can screenshot what's on these cards to give you a nice journaling prompt. Okay, Tony, are you still in here? Okay, Tony. Okay, Tony. We need to switch these around. Am I willing to fail? You will actually succeed more if you're willing to fail, since you're not waiting for everything to be 100% perfect before you act. Are you willing to try something, even if you don't think you'll succeed? Sometimes we're too afraid to take this step. Sometimes we're too afraid to even try because we think we're not going to make it. We think it's not going to happen for us. This is why I switched the cards. This is courage, okay? Find the courage to take the step. Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. All you need to be able to try is courage, is the courage, the strength to even decide to try this new thing or this thing we've been too afraid to do because we think we're not going to make it or somebody has talked us out of it. Sometimes we talk ourselves out of things. What outdated beliefs do I tend to cling to? How can I change those to more empowering beliefs? Now, this also has a lot to do with this. This is about our root chakra, right? So how we grew up, the way we were raised by our parents, our teachers, our grandparents, that creates who we are today. That creates our own beliefs, including self-limiting beliefs. Let's say you wanted to be a certain thing when you were little and your parents said, don't do that. Like, don't be an artist, be a doctor. So you become the doctor to please your parents, but you really wanted to be a musician or a painter, but they talked you out of it because they said, you're not going to have money. You're going to be broke. I don't know. It's time to release some of these self-limiting beliefs. It's time to let them go because there's something you need to try. And the only way you're going to find your courage to take this next step is by releasing some of these beliefs that you've held on to that no longer serve you in the present moment. So that was for Tony. You're welcome. Okay, Farr, are you still in here? This is who I have on the list. Farr, Jill, Laura, and Antoinette. Okay. That one fell on the floor. Okay, Farr, this is also about change for you as well. What is the one thing? What is the one thing that always holds me back? What if it didn't hold me back? What if you didn't allow your ego to talk you out of things? What if you didn't tell yourself you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that? What's the thing holding you back? Is it you? Is it somebody else? What have I learned, changed, or grown from over the last 3 years? How have you grown? How have you changed? Now remember, these cards here are great journaling prompts, so you can really think about these questions. Change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. Now, I have one other question you can add to this when you're doing your journaling and really thinking about this. If money was no issue, would you do it? If money was not an issue, would you do it? Sometimes money is the one thing holding us back. I don't know why I had to throw that in there. So, if you had no barriers, if you had no obstacles to do this thing you've been wanting to do, how would you do it? Imagining you doing this or imagining yourself actually doing this thing you've been wanting to do, but you've held yourself back for whatever reason. Imagining actually doing it is a way to manifest it into being, into existing. So try that as a visualization technique in meditation. Imagine yourself doing this thing you've always wanted to do. That was for Farr. Jill. You're welcome. Jill. Okay, Jill, I need to switch. These are about feeling or being stuck and needing to ask for help. Jill, how does the situation look and feel from a different view? Remember, sometimes in order to get out of something, we need to be looking at it from a different perspective. Sometimes we can't find the solution looking at it the same way every single time. Sometimes we need to take a step back, look at the situation in another point of view, and see if we can find the answer that way. And that's where this comes in here, guidance. When you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. This is about finding your focus, maybe clearing your mind, decluttering it, getting some of the obstacles out of your head. And that's how we can focus. That's how we can find the answer. That's how we can find the path or the way out. Companionship. Giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. This is about being with other people. It could be family, it could be friends. Companionship is so important sometimes just to help us relax. I feel like for you, this is going to be what's going to help. Other people's presence, your friends being around, going to visit family, that's going to help you relax. And relaxing and de-stressing by being with other people, that's how you're going to be able to focus and get this guidance that you need to get out of whatever this is and refocus and see things in a different light. Sometimes even talking to other people, we get a bit of information that we need to help us push through whatever this is. So that was for Jill. Laura, are you still in here? You're welcome. Okay, Laura. I'm sorry, the cards not keep jumping. Keep landing on my doggy. She just looked back at me like, like really? Okay, Laura. Laura, what is the one thing I want most out of life? What is one small step I can take today to get there? So this is about making small goals to get to your end goal, to your big goal. Baby steps, okay? Take little steps to get to where you really want to be. Sometimes that's all it takes, right? What can you do today to help get you closer to your goal tomorrow? So it's about baby steps, about setting small goals to get to the big goal. And sacrifice. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all the needs to go, illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice of love. So this is about things falling away. It's about losing things and suffering through it and seeing it as something rough to lose. But this sacrifice out of love is like God's way of making things leave you, of falling away. In the moment, you might see them as bad things, right? We're like, why am I losing this? Or why am I losing that? Why is this happening? In the moment, you don't see why you need to lose bad things, negative things, toxic things. In a way, these were all obstacles, and they need to go. They need to be sacrificed. They need to be gone in order for you to reach your end goal. Remember, things happen for us and not to us. Sometimes that's a hard thing to grasp. That's why I said sometimes surrender is painful. The surrender part is about surrendering to God's will and knowing that things are meant to happen for a reason. That is like the hardest phrase to digest. Okay, a lot of things happen for a reason. We might not know it in the moment, but later down the road, later on in life, you'll see why it had to happen. Okay, that was for Laura. Antoinette, are you still here? My doggy went to go sit over there. She's looking at me all sad, like you keep bumping me on the head with your cards. Antoinette. Okay, Antoinette, this is about bringing back your joy. Okay. What are some things that truly make me happy? How can I do more of these? What are the things that truly make you happy, and have you been doing them? Have you been doing what you love? Have you been doing things you enjoy, or have you just been working and doing other things and just getting through life the best you can? I think a lot of us do that, but you need to set some time aside to do things that you love. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. This is about offering up. This is like that sacrifice card, right? Let's take this word by word, unbearable cross. You can take something that's a block or an obstacle or something heavy in your life. Imagine packaging that up into like a little ball and offering up to God to transform for you, or source, universe, whatever you believe in. Take this pain and turmoil and all this bad stuff, package it up, offer it to God, and ask Him to return it as love and light. If it's something you picked up from somebody else, always do the same thing. Offer it up to be transformed into love and light and return as love and light. Offering is about transformation. Offering up something you can no longer bear, something heavy, and asking for it to be transformed. And karma, there's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. So even if you feel like you're repeating the same cycles, repeating the same lessons over and over again, even if you feel like you're probably stuck in this repeating cycle, there's nothing you can't break in this lifetime. There's nothing you can't get rid of in this lifetime that came from another lifetime or from a past, like even from your parents' past or from your grandparents' past. There's no cycle we can't break in this lifetime. You gotta remember that this is all about transformation. This is all about growing. Remember that you can always change. You can always change your mind. You can always deprogram and reprogram your brain and the way you've been brought up and your way of thinking. This is all about transformation. And do more things you love. Remember, bring joy back into your life. Yeah, and I know a lot of us are doing the same thing, just trying to survive, and we forget that we still need to be happy. We deserve joy. We deserve happiness. Remember that. I think everybody should screenshot this one. What are some things that truly make me happy? How can I do more of these? All of us need to remember to do this. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it's it's time. That's why you needed this. It's time to break that cycle. It's time to break it. Here's the thing though, if you're an empath, especially if you're an empath, empaths and narcissists are like magnets to each other, unfortunately. It just happens because we're overly nice and they love taking advantage of people like that. So it happens. But it's time. It's time for you to be you. It's time for you to be happy. So I'm gonna jump off, you guys. I need to go run a couple errands. I'm gonna make a kitty cat hat. I'm gonna show you guys my little bunny hat again. I think I'm gonna put this in with my last order. So somebody ordered a kitty cat kitty ears hat. I'm gonna throw this in as a freebie. Isn't this the cutest thing? I might put some of these up as doll size hats. This is the preemie size hats. But this is the cutest little bunny hat ever. So I'm gonna jump off. I gotta do a bunch of stuff. I'll be back tomorrow. Before I jump off, everybody left in here, do you prefer this horizontal mode? Can you see more of the cards better? Or do you like the other way? The vertical where it was me up here and the cards were really itty bitty. I'm liking this way more where it's bigger, where you could see the cards on the whole phone. Because I really want you guys to really be able to see these. Okay, so is this better? Because let's say here, and let me do a 3-card spread. Let's do a collective thing. We're going to use this. Let's say so you've seen me pulling 3 cards this whole time, right? I'm just going to lay this, let's say, if I didn't have these in the way like I do right now, I could stick them over here. How many cards can I fit on the whole screen? So, normally when I pull tarot, I kind of have... This is going to work out a lot better, I think, if I had all the cards there. I'm just... So I think I could even fit the whole spread on the whole screen. Okay, I think I'm going to stick to this. I'm going to do more of this horizontal. I want you all to be able to see these better because then you can screenshot them and you can just hang on to them. And you know, most of my cards have questions on them you can use for journaling prompts. So all of you that are still here know cards for me are for introspection. They are for growth. They are for learning more about yourself. So that's why I always have to emphasize I am not a fortune teller. My whole purpose of doing this is to help you grow, to help you heal, to help you learn more about yourself. And I like using cards to help us figure that out. So I think this is going to work out a lot better. This is going to be better for everybody. So I'm going to jump out. Thank you. I love you guys hanging out with me and allowing me to do this as well, to help you out as well and connect with your energy. So thank you all for hanging out with me. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to try and rework my schedule. I need to fix it. I've been super busy too. So I want to switch some stuff around so I can be on here Monday through Friday if I can, or even just on the weekends. I just have to figure something out. But I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow. And thank you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Take advantage of this Sunday. Do some self-care, some self-love. Do something fun today. Do something for yourself today. Enjoy your day. Have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday.